Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Sports Tour on Enterprise Television, where we take you on a journey through all the recent events in sports. I'm Josh Okoli. We are live and here are the headlines. Super Eagles skipper Ahmed Musa hints at possible NPFL return. Australian driver Oscar Piastri wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix as teammate Lando Norris closes in on Max Verstappen. We will also take a look at the UEFA Champions League as the new season kicks off on Tuesday. Let's take a tactical timeout, and when we return, we will delve into all the items on our agenda. Welcome back to Sports Tour on Enterprise Television, and I am being joined by the dynamic sports producer and analyst Ejiro Emeni. Ejiro, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Definitely. We're going to be talking about the UEFA Champions League and, of course, all the hits that we have on our agenda. But let's first of all start with the fact that after not playing football on a competitive level since February, Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa has hinted he will soon join a team in the Nigerian Premier Football League. In a post made via his X handle, Musa made his post with a picture of all the logos of the 20 clubs in the league, hinting at a possible intent to make a return to Nigeria's first division. All signs indicate that Nigeria's highest World Cup goal scorer might be returning to Kano Pillars, the same as Sugida, who he has had two spells with, first from 2009 to 2010 and briefly in 2021. Musa has featured for 6 foreign clubs in his career and last featured for Turkish side Sivasspor, where he played between 2022 to 2024 before his contract was terminated in February of 2024. Ahmed Musa making another possible return to the MPFL. What's your take on that?
Yeah, he said his fans should pick for him while he posted 20 of the MPFL clubs. Yeah. And I feel, why shouldn't he go to somewhere like
Saudi Arabia?
Like he has history there. 2018, he went to Al Nassr and he performed very well. So why not just go back there instead of coming back to the MPFL? He should just do like his fellow Nigerian player, Trust Ekong, and just go to Saudi. That's what I feel. But him going to the NPFL, I feel the best club for him is still Kano Pillars, yeah, because that's where he started from, going back there in 2021, right? Yeah. And going back there, it will make everything more easy for him.
And then Kano Pillars are also really doing pretty well in the league so far. Second on the log, 4 points from 2 games. Perhaps maybe this could be the breaking point that the league needs as a whole in general in terms of public visibility and also to expand the league. And isn't it a great thing that just like how we see in America, in Brazil, in Argentina, most of the big names, before they retire, before they call it quits, at least they come like a year or two to their local league before they wrap things up on their professional career.
Yeah, most of them always go back after, like, when they start getting old.
David Luiz, Marcelo, Felipe Melo, yeah, we have Ronaldo de Lima.
We have most of them. So him coming back will actually put MPFL on a grander scale, on a higher scale. He's popular. Most people know him all over in Europe and also in Africa too. So it will also help the MPFL in certain areas.
Definitely, if Ahmed Musa makes it back to the Nigerian Premier Football League to help the MPFL, it will also help the visibility and the global reach of the Nigerian Premier Football League. In Formula One now, let's tell you that Lando Norris drove an extraordinary race to catch and pass title rival Max Verstappen as his McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri won an engrossing Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The race ended under a virtual safety car after a crash between Red Bull Sergio Perez and Ferrari's Carlos Sainz, who collided while disputing third place with 2 laps to go. Piastri pulled off an audacious pass on Charles Leclerc, who had led from pole position, to take the lead shortly after both had made their only pit stop for fresh tires and held on for the rest of the race under immense pressure from the Monegasque driver. That's talking about Charles Leclerc. And Norris fought back after his late pit stop, having started from 15th place on the hard tire compound, while the leaders chose mediums to pass championship leader and title rival Max Verstappen with 3 laps to go. He took 4th place as Lando Norris promoted from 6th after the Perez-Sainz crash, 1 ahead of Verstappen, who has started 9 places ahead of the McLaren driver. This result means Norris, who also scored an extra point for the fastest lap, reduced Max Verstappen's championship lead by 3 points on the day he would have started, expecting to lose ground. Norris is now 59 points behind Max Verstappen with 7 races to go in the season and a maximum of 206 points still up for grabs. And McLaren have now taken the lead in the Constructors' Championships from Red Bull, a 20-point lead as we head into the last races of the 2024 Formula One season. Let's take a short break on Sports Store on Enterprise TV. We will be right back to talk about the big one, the return of the UEFA Champions League. Welcome back to Sports Store right here on Enterprise Television, the program where we'll talk about all that happens in the world of sports. We were talking about the UEFA Champions League, and let me tell you that the biggest club football competition is back with a plumb as the new format of the UEFA Champions League begins on Tuesday with Juventus La Vecchia Signora. My team, as you're probably noticing from my shirt, is going to be hosting PSV Eindhoven, while Young Boys of Switzerland will be hosting Aston Villa. Tuesday's games will be headlined by an epic rematch of the 2005 and 2007 UEFA Champions League final that pits AC Milan facing Liverpool at the Estadio Giuseppe Meazza, also known as the San Siro. Other games for Tuesday will see Bayern Munich hosting Dinamo Zagreb, Real Madrid, the defending champions and perennial kings of Europe, against VfB Stuttgart, and Sporting Lisbon versus Lille Lux Metropole. Ejiro, the UEFA Champions League is back. New format, 36 teams, 8 group stage games for the Champions League, and every team has a different route, a different way to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League. First 8 qualifies to the last 16. 9th positions, 9th position to 24th will now play each other in a pre-round of 16 playoffs, and then the winners, the 8 winners of those games will now face the first 8 in the proper last 16, and from there the Champions League goes on the way we always know it to be. First off, what are you expecting this Champions League season, and what's your take on the new format?
My take on the new format is more games, more big games actually. So it will make everything more enjoyable. Most fans are happy about it because there'll be more gigantic games. Like, look at, we're already having AC Milan versus Liverpool, 2005 and 2007 final that brought everything into existence, that made fans happy in those times. We are seeing more big games. We'll see more as time goes on. That's what everybody is looking forward to.
Okay. So, AC Milan versus Liverpool. Who do you think is going to nick it? Liverpool lost at home to Nottingham Forest at the weekend. AC Milan defeated their opponent Venezia 4-0. Bought a mauling for Milan. So, are Milan taking this, or will Liverpool bounce back?
I still stand on Liverpool to take this because that Nottingham Forest game, I was even shocked when I watched the match, losing 1-0. Not even after going 3 games unbeaten without
conceding a goal. First loss at Anfield, to Nottingham Forest in 55 years.
That is a very long time. But I still feel Liverpool come out on top. You have Salah, who is on form. You have Ahmed, who is rebrand. He did really well in friendlies with England, and in those first 3 games for Liverpool this season, he came back looking new, and he's back
looking new, with a new hairstyle as well.
So I feel Liverpool take this one.
Okay, so I have a personal bias for Juventus, as you probably might notice, but the old lady back in the Champions League with all the financial issues under a new manager, Thiago Motta, who was brilliant with Bologna last season. Juve are currently third in the Serie A after 8 points. Napoli first, Inter Milan second, Juve third.
Yeah.
Back in Champions League against PSV, Dutch champions. Can Juventus survive in the Champions League this season? Will the new format affect them? And generally now, in this whole new format, every team is playing 8 games. Are we going to see lots of upsets in the Champions League?
Yes, we are going to see a lot of upsets in the Champions League. There will be more magical moments in the Champions League. 8 games. I feel most of the players are complaining of too much games.
Yeah.
But it's still something they will still want to play for. It's the Champions League. Who
Of course.
doesn't want to play?
It even seemed like Manchester City were already expecting to play the Champions League at the weekend, especially in the first half of the Brentford game when they were just out of sorts. It seemed like maybe even Liverpool, everyone was just, phoning in this weekend because the Champions League is back, new formats, new strategies, new ginger, more games anyway, even games on Thursdays. Champions League week is Champions League week. Then next week is Europa League and Conference League week. So more different format, everything spaced. Apart from the fatigue on the players, what else are you expecting this Champions League? Are Real Madrid going to repeat?
Madrid, with the way they've been playing this season, I don't actually see them repeating.
But they always make the Champions League their tournament.
That's just
They've never won a treble. But they always find a way to win Champions League.
When it comes to Champions League, they are a different breed. They are a different team. That's when they show that, yes, we are actually kings of Champions League. But this season, they've not really kick-started yet. That's what I would say. Because this season, they are using penalties most of the time. Their last game.
Was 2 penalties.
Two penalties.
Mbappe and Vini.
So this season, I don't know. I don't just really see them doing much. For me, I think it's either Man City for me, though. That's what I feel. But Madrid, let's just see, because they are unpredictable. That's what I'll see. Let's just wait and see.
For you, Man City are favourites to win the Champions League. What about your club, Arsenal? Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so in other round 1 games in the UEFA Champions League, we have Bologna hosting Shakhtar Donetsk. Sparta Prague will take on Salzburg. Manchester City against Inter Milan. Another cracker to expect in the Champions League Cup. Brugge against Borussia Dortmund. PSG against Girona. The surprise package of Spain last season. Right now, making their first ever European appearance and straight up into the Champions League. Celtic against Slovan Bratislava. Final against Bayer Leverkusen, defending champions in the German Bundesliga and Europa League finalists last season. Red Star Belgrade will host Benfica. Atletico Madrid will take on RB Leipzig. Monaco will host Barcelona. Atalanta against Arsenal. Another cracker. Ademola Lookman will probably want to, show his worth, prove himself, prove his mettle, and why he's Africa's only nominee for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. And to wrap up the round 1 of the UEFA Champions League, Stade Brestois, the surprise team from Ligue 1 last season, will be hosting Sturm Graz of Austria. Ejiro, let me put you on the spot right now. You predicted AC Milan versus Liverpool. The remaining games for Tuesday, give your predictions on the remaining games for Tuesday. First, Juventus PSV.
Juve takes down.
Juve takes down.
Easily.
Young boys against Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. That's been long since they've come back from
To the Champions League. Yeah.
I'll give it to Aston Villa too.
Aston Villa. Bayern Munich against Dinamo Zagreb.
That one is not even a question. Bayern Munich is winning that one.
Massive scoreline, or
not massive, but they take it home.
They'll take it home.
Yeah.
Real Madrid against Stuttgart.
Madrid takes it home too.
Then Sporting Lisbon against Lille.
I feel it's a draw.
If you draw, Sporting Lisbon against Lille at the Estadio Jose Alvalade. That's how we wrap up Sports Talk for the day. Please endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are at Enterprise TV 7 on YouTube. That's ENTERPRISE TV 7. The number 7. You write it there, not SE number 7. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at Enterprise TV 7, the same handle on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok. like and share our content, and also visit our website www.enterprisetvnews.com, where we give you all the hot stories on the go, the live updates, the exclusives, and the news you can use. Adrian, once again, thank you for being a part of Sports Store right here at Enterprise Television.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm always joyful to be here.
Okay, and before we go, let's leave you with this statement from Gabrielle Christina Victoria Douglas, an American gymnast and winner of 3 Olympic gold medals. She said, and I quote, "You've got to be confident when you're competing. You've got to be a beast in whatever you do." A call to always be confident no matter what you do in your life. I'm Josh Ikekoli, and I want to thank you once again for the privilege of your time. Until next time on Sports Store, hasta luego.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.